Hello guys, what's up? Skywis here, and today we're finally back for the D3 video. So this video will divide into two parts. One will be the build guide, how to build your D3 properly, and yeah. And the second part will be about some gameplay tricks that will help you a lot when using D3. So let's get right into the first build, which is my solo D3 build. So the main stats, as you can see, well, we'll discuss about that later. So my main weapon is a house, fully optimized. I use Unforgiving mainly because it has low firearms requirements, but and also because as you're using the tankiest build in the game, and you have a shield, the Unforgiving bonus 25% is very reliable. Can maintain that for a long period of time, and deadly because of the requirement as well, but as well because of the crit chance that you have on the submachine gun. I think this is the best combination. As a secondary, I use Unforgiving as well because it's the best dealing damage talent, sort of, and this is reliable. And predatory because predatory gives you 30% of your health back over 20 seconds, so that's 140k overall, but that's 7k per second. My third weapon is a pistol with credited. So the overall construction of the gear will be one piece into firearms. So in the case here, the mask. I choose the mask. You can choose whatever you want. But the point is, you want to get as much firearms as you can, but still keep the 9,000 stamina. So in order to do that, the best way is like put one piece into firearms, because if you put every mod, you just like come at 3,900 something. So this is the best way to go, and you will be sitting at 9,080 if you have the perfect mod, and if you put every mod into stams. And yeah, one piece to firearms, that's what I did. So let's get into the build. So my vest is run to stam, has health, skill haste and ammo. Is rolled with two mods, stam with skill power on it. My mask is firearm, skill power and burn resistance with stam mod, again with skill power net, same. My knee pads is stam with stam mod. It has crit damage, so to get the extra damage, since you are solo, you want to be doing some good damage, to melt as fast as possible. Time to kill is very important with shield. The lower it is, the better. So burn, disarmed and shocked. I would have wanted something else here, but never mind. And it comes with one stam with skill power and ballistic shield damage resilience mod. My backpack will also come with crit damage. It has stam and stam mod, yeah. But it has ammo as well. Ammo is important since you don't do a lot of damage. You need as much ammo as you can get. Also stam mod, not the best stam mod in the world, but still it's a stam mod. Double the ballistic shield damage resilience. And not finally, but still, my gloves will be full stam. There's no mod on it. 12 SMG, crit damage and crit chance. I don't put skill haste here because I want that extra crit chance, crit damage, to get as much damage as I can. Since I'm relying on my crit damage, I want crit chance as well. So yeah, I won't get the as max crit damage and crit chance as I can, so because I'm using SMG. And my holster will be skill haste. I think skill haste is better because you also want a little bit of skill haste to be able to get your shield back fast. Yeah, so as you can see, my overall skill power is below 120. Yeah, it is because I don't think I need that, especially against sticky bombs. Otherwise, like, I can maintain my shield health. I think if I do it well, I don't need much skill power I don't need much health. I think most squishy your shield is not going to do good, but this is a good balance for what I experienced. But against sticky bomb, I just have to avoid them, not tank them, because also even if my shield is maxed, a max sticky will kill me anyway, so I don't need much of that. Now let's get into the skills. So skills, I use the reactive targeting shield because it is larger. It gives me a little bit more protection. Oh yeah, if I did forgot to mention, I have a damage shield mod on here. So that's why I'm sitting at 14% here, and 40% damage resilience, which is good. The max is 45 here. If you have if you switch that mode, you can get to 45, and you should get back in 28 seconds or more or less. Yeah, same. And he has 2.2 million, so that's 150k less from the max, but still. And I use the booster shot, which is, in my opinion, the best skill to use. It doesn't give you much health, but you get the 7.5% stun, more resistance, and you get 15% more damage, so that's very good. Again, you want more damage and more stun because you are shield and you are solo. As a ult, I use recovery link because for this reason, solo is the better thing to have. Yeah. And now for the talents, so my basic settings, you know, the one I run most of the time will be combat medic to heal your shield, critical save to be more tanky, strike back to gain because I don't have much skill haste, so that will be very helpful to get your skill back fast. And adrenaline because it will protect me from shock, fire, and pred, shock, fire turrets, and pred. Nade as well, shock nade, fire nade, EMP nade, whatever. Just like it, use protection. But when I'm fighting, for example, against a turret guy who solo like nomad, I can take that, for example. Or if I can fight against a striker, I can take that. But if I fight against someone who has a pulse, I can take that because that will give me more ammo, you know, so I can shoot longer. More burst damage, and otherwise I can switch to that, but that's not a good talent to use in shield because you're running the straight line and you're very exposed. So yeah, not a very good talent, but so those three, in opinion, you have to keep them in mind. And so when you jump into the character sheet, so there's the stats, and what is the most important here is like your crit chance. You will be sitting at 238 on this build, and 131 crit damage. That's the most important. You can push a little bit more, like 132, 135, 6 if you have the 20% mods. But overall, you will be sitting at 130 plus, and that will do a lot in the way you will deal damage. Headshot doesn't matter. Accuracy, you know, if you can get some accuracy, that's good. Range 7 meter, that's short, but not mind. Reload time, you can get a little bonus, but not a big deal here. The SMG, you will get 16% skill, so from the holster and the best. And as health, you will get to 399 and 600k toughness, that's of course obvious. Armor is max, so 33.5. Edge regen, nobody cares, but you get the protection from it from the gear. 50% burn resistance, 33 disorient, and 33 shock. And now for the damage test, I picked a random and I asked him some text. So with a Kuntaka 19.5k, now with booster shot, I will hit about 21.5.6. With damage bonus, I will hit 23.5. And with everything on, forgiving booster and counter card at 29.5, and with precision more 32. Yeah, so now I want to show you my team oriented D3, which is a little bit different. So let's get into the weapons first. I'm using the same submachine gun as as a first weapon, so unforgiving and deadly. I have the same attachment on my both gears, so yeah, exactly the same. And on my secondary, which is different this time, I run predatory and sustain. Sustain gives you 20k, 24k HP. So for example, a turret or a station is plus 24 and plus the predatory thing, so you get 7k per second. And when you have the booster shot on, you stun buff on, you shield bonus on, so damage resilience on your shield gets it applies to you as well. Very strong regen overall, and yeah, that's will be it. So crit, 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 crit everywhere, crit chance, the most of damage. Maybe on the handle, some accuracy and reload speed, or whatever, optimal range. If you can get that handle with, for example, accuracy and optimal range, that is good. Accuracy or reload speed, that's also good because you reload faster a little bit, so you can shoot faster. The pistol will be the same one. Now into the gear, so you see I'm not maxed out here, that's a problem, but still. My vest is the same mod, same attributes, so as my mask, which is the same as the one I showed earlier, but not with the same mod. This time you had scalaced on, I will explain why. The knee pad is the same, no, it's not the same actually. It has stamina, but it has skill power here instead of crit damage. Now I want a little bit more health on the shield, sorry. And shock, disrent and bleed, it's not the same knee pad, so yeah. I want a front fire here, for example, and yeah. Forgot the mod, so skill aced for the mod and damage shield resilience as well. My backpack, since I only have one, is crit damage, but I think it's not a bad thing, since you still want to do some damage with the shield team, Here I have ammo, crit damage, and stam. Roll into stam skill aced. This is better. So skill aced here with stam, with 2 shield damage resilience. And the mods are the gloves are different as well, they're not optimized. This is SMG, crit, and skill aced now, because I want more skill aced in team. And the holster will be the same one, skill aced as well. So, and full optimized with damage, but you can switch to, I don't know where it is, but there is another mod I have, which is damage resilience here, so if you take too much damage from the shield, you can like take a 4th damage resilience here. Overall, that's the same construction, 5 stam, or 4 stam and 1 firearms, the holster doesn't matter. Yeah. And yeah, so I want more skill power here, only because in a team fight you're fighting usually against more people and you want more stamina or more health on your shield than usually. Your shield's gonna get more exposed to a lot more of incoming damage, so you want to protect your shield. It has 2.3 million, of course, almost, I mean. So that's 50k from the max, 53k in that case, but yeah. Comes back in 21. I'm sitting at 34% skill aced. So yeah, I think it's not the max. The max is 40, but I think it's enough. If it's 34, because once you sit in the reclaimer station, you get to 49, which is 1% from the max, and you don't need to put more into skill power because there will be a waste, in my opinion. But yeah, so that would be the D3 build. From the damage you will be doing in optimal testing conditions, about 30k. I did 30.5 with everything, with precision on, otherwise it would be 27, 28. So yeah, I did in combat 27, 20, I didn't 27, that's what I did. 27 is already good damage for a shield. And for the skills I run the same, and talents I run the same as well. There's no need to change. Combat medic is good. You don't need to do more. So first thing that you should consider is getting an optimized gear set. Optimize everything. Like full optimization, let's get back to my solo. But full optimization like this will give you a big advantage, mainly because of the D3 talents, attributes, whatever. Physical damage, armor is increased by 30%, so if your armor is not optimized, you're losing efficiency here. So has your holster stats, if not optimized, you're losing firearms. Same here. So yeah, every bit of firearms count because you're on solo. When you're soloing, you rely on your own damage, so you want as much damage as you can for D3 at least. And you already have the sustain from the D3, so it doesn't matter. You want damage. So house optimized. Here, unfortunately, I don't have 20% mod. 20% crit. There were some available. Long time ago, but now it's 19 the max, and I need a good muzzle. I need a better optics here. Yeah, so yeah, those are not optimized, but you should optimize them if you can. If you can, that's good for you. That will give you more damage. Optimized everywhere. That will be the key for the win. Second tips will be about mods. That will be having 4 damage like this, 4 mod like this, and 4 like this. Damage resilience and shield damage. I don't have them unfortunately myself, but I will recommend you to have them because that will make you more versatile. For example, if you're fighting a 10k stamina nomad, you won't need the same setup that if you're fighting a 7k striker. You won't need the same setup that you're fighting a pred or whatever. It's like different settings, and if you can adapt, you will most of the time win the fight or get an advantage from your opponents. So that would be a good thing to do. If you can do it, do it. The tricks number 3 will be about movements. So movements, you have to remember that you have 2 health bars. So the one from your shield and the one from your normal health bar. So when your health bar from your shield is down, or you get the damage, the resilience bonus, the armor bonus, you have to move out from your shield and replace yourself. So for example, if you get exposed, you have to replace yourself, so you'll be able to to damage without getting exposed too much. So this would be a good trick to do. So if you can stay very mobile, especially against striker player that will stack on you with showstopper. Remember that if you can stack fast on you with showstopper, they can lose stack very fast on you as well. So if you see a player like showstopper and just hip fire or whatever, just get out of your shield and do left and right, and you will lose stacks most of the time. And you just quick movement or get out of the path. You can just hide somewhere, and you will be forced to reload or come to you, and then you can come back and do damage to him. So that's a 4th trick. That's cornering. So you just get out of the path, get to your optimal protection, and just let them come, and basically when they can shoot you, but you can shoot them. So basically, if you can hide your shield, you will be more efficient because you have to protect your health bars. You have to take advantage from them, but you have to protect them as well. So you don't have much sustain. You have only your medkit to sustain you, and ult as well, but mainly your shield on your medkit. So you have to be careful of your shield. So if you can corner people and let them come, in your side, and let them come, that would be the best thing, And this is also the 5th trick, which is having a very defensive gameplay. For example, if you have to remember that your gear set is named defense, not for nothing. So example, you don't want to push someone. Like if there is like a striker player in front of you and you don't want to push him, you have to hide them here and let him come, because it's the best thing to do. And because he will get exposed, and if he wants to get you, since you're a solo role or solo player, if he wants to get you, he will have to get exposed, and he will have to use some consumable like medkits or whatever, and he will have to take some risk and waste some resources. Not you, because once you without your shield you're getting exposed and he can stack on you, and you can like, you will have to, when you come there, when you finally arrive at his position, he will like go back a little bit, and he will be like forcing you to follow him, and he will hit and run on you, and you will waste a lot and probably die, because yeah. So that would be the fifth trick, like always stay in defense, play in a very small area, like underground, stairs, so D3-2 extraction for example is a good place to fight. Small confined area, right side checkpoint, you see the small contaminated area, it's good place to fight as well. For example, most of buildings confined place, that will be your playground, because you will be effective since you have yours a very short range as well. You don't want to be doing damage long range, you will lose efficiency, and he will gain efficiency because he will gain stacks, he will apply damage to you. That's what you want to do, is let them come to you and let them so you have to be at your advantage to fight them and not the opposite, because you will lose otherwise. The sixth trick would be about those consumable cash. So here from the example I only have 2, but I will buy them. I will buy some after all, but you have to be like planning a lot of these, especially for the canned food one. Canned food will give you 40% more healing from every heal that you get, so predatory, sustained, healing, recovery link, booster shot, medkit, everything will give you 40% more healing. And since you are very tanky from your shield and from your stam buff, armor buff, I mean, you will get extra efficiency from this canned food, and you will get very insane. It will get you very insane amount of healing. So that would be very reliable if you can fight every time that you can food is available. But after a fight, I would recommend you to avoid any confrontation while your canned food is on cooldown. You only want to fight when your canned food is up, so you can be at your advantage and not theirs. And keep 3 canned food in your inventory, that's important. And apart from that, is like a solo player, or if running away from this player will make you waste more resources than fighting him and killing him as fast as you can. For example, pred players, you know. So yeah, getting a lot of these consumable caches and getting the canned food each time you fight more than one opponent will give you an advantage. So now for the next trick, you could like use your nades. Your nades are maybe your biggest asset from the set, because when you look at your stats here, the main talents, you see that exotic damage gives you 30% more damage. So exotic damage on your shield was applied on your shield, like sticky bomb, grenades, will give you 30% more damage. And the most important thing is that you can apply it yourself. So each time you get out of the checkpoint, you respawn or something, you throw a grenade on your shield. Why? Because this will half trigger the bonus you will get from the shield, the 30%, and the next grenade you take, or the next grenade you throw, because you can throw it yourself, will give you the firearm damage, like this. And once you get the firearm bonus damage, you will do 30% more damage, so that's very interesting. More and even more interesting than that, or more or less, I don't know, depends. Grenades, if you can throw it on your enemy and not only on yourself, it will stagger the player, and it will prevent him from shooting you or heal himself. And it will also deal damage to him, like 80k for a frag grenade and that will help you a lot, melting him fast and kill him before he gets any healing. Yeah. And you have to remember as well that you can hit other grenades, so you acting like a final measure in some ways, but you need 2 grenades to pop your bonus. So remember of that, and also your grenades are very important, the rest of them, because 4 frag grenades will go out fast. So example, if you're running against like a solo striker player that will give you some trouble, you can use EMP, because that will give you the stagger as well from to him, but that would strip his stack from him, and you will be more able to kill him. So if he manage to stack on you, just EMP him and you will have to go back from 0, so you get another chance. Incendiary grenades are more from predator players, because you're preventing them from shooting you, and you're preventing them from bleeding you as well, and if they want to shoot immediately after you burn them, they have to spend medkits, so you make them spend resources or bar, this kind of energy bar. So yeah, they have to spend that in order to shoot you again, or they have to wait a certain amount of time and get out of the fire range, and that would let you the time to kill them or damage them a lot. And again, there is the shock nade, mostly for the nomad players. You can shock your nomad opponents to get the proc and then go back, give some space between you and him, because you don't want your nomad opponent to be like too close to you. He will fire you and probably kill you with his stun bonus. So what you want is let him be in front of you like 5 meters away and just like let him come to you. So again, very defensive gameplay, the way to go. And yeah, you want to shock your opponent, like make him proc and leave, so you can like shoot him again and and rinse and repeat. Especially against tanky nomad, they take so much time to kill. So time to kill, again, very important. Make it as short as possible. And which will lead as well to my last advice, more or less. That will be timing. Timing is very important. Like when I talked about the firearms bonus, for example, you don't want to pull him when your counter card is not on. For example, like now I can put my firearms. I don't have it because I'm 1-8 to go now. But you don't want to like put your booster shot when your thing is not ready. Like you're losing time and efficiency. Like you cannot put the bonuses one by one. For example, when you're fighting a solo shield, you want to get let him shoot your shield, so you can get the stun buff, and then you will like running around left and right, so he can avoid this bullet, but not enough. So he can drop you 1 to 1 health bar, and when you have the thing counter card on, you can like shoot him, and you will be more efficient in your shots. You will be spending less resources, and your time to kill will decrease. Of course, when you have no choice, then shoot without your counter card, do it. But you will lose efficiency, remember. Again, time when your nades, don't forget about your timing, like if you are 1 nade to go or 2. And in general, don't forget to not waste your nades, time your counter card, your booster shots, and don't waste your forgiving when you have it, or you will lose in efficiency. The more you're aware from your timing, the more efficient you will be. And that's what you want when you're playing solo. Be as more efficient as you can, especially from a gear set that doesn't give you much, like as you can see. One last tip, which is like I could have talked about it earlier, but that will be against final measure. As you probably know, a final measure will defuse your grenades, and since you don't want that, what you want to do is like taking the sticky bomb, and that will help you get the stagger and the firearm buff. So as you can see, you get the firearms buff as well. But the major inconvenience from this is like very long, very long cooldown. Not a lot of damage, of course, but you get the stagger, you get the fire buff, so it's like a frag grenade, but without the thing. I remember that it takes another grenade to trigger. You also need to grenade your shield when getting out of the checkpoints, in order to when pop out the sticky get the firearms buff. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you learned something and it was helpful to you. The video is already long enough, so if you have any questions, any things I forgot to talk about, you can ask me in the comments and we'll reply. Mostly about team play, mechanics, tips. I'm not very pro from team play, but not anymore at least. Like, I don't play in team a lot, but I will try to reply. I try to do my best. So yeah. Meantime, you can go to my Twitch, and if not, see you in the next video. See ya.